the thing that was really messing with Nixon's style or JFK's style basically and other people was pretty much the Chinese knew me, the Chinese Empire knew me, the German Empire knew me, the Russian Empire knew me, the the Mexican Empire, if you can call it that, Spanish Empire basically knew me. Well, I mean, the great conquistador of Spain, basically, the Spanish knew me as well. Basically, everybody on this planet, and like I said, exoskeletons and endos and 1.5s also knew me as well. So many life forms had known me because LSF-A colony ship and everything else, and basically most of the human race knew me pretty much. So whenever I had a problem, whenever White Star Lines had a problem, or whenever something was happening, what really threw off Nixon and some of the other people was basically I could ask the Chinese or the Japanese Empire to do something for me, and basically be like, will you protect this person or will you do this for me? And basically, they would do it for me. So, like I said, because I had helped them throughout the years, and they had helped me, and because I was just like I said, my little fledgling Lucifer White Star Lines company was, I had like, White Star Lines company and basically stuff like that. So, and I try to keep it close to home though. Ireland, Irish people, Irish soldiers. I didn't really want like lots of soldiers messing around and stuff like that. So like, you know, basically, but anyway though, but I mean, so that's why Nixon or JFK, why they basically went, why they were having, they were really paranoid and psycho because the fact that basically, I mean, I'm Lucifer White Star, so if I had a problem, I could be like, I could ask the Chinese Empire to do something on my behalf, and they would do it. So anyway, that's why, and Rodney and other people. I mean, Rodney, I'm sure found out about it at some point in time, and other people found out about it at some point in time, and tried to use, who I was or my name, so they could get benefits. And I was like, no, they don't work for you; they work for me. The Japanese Empire, or the Chinese Empire would do things for me because they had known me, so I could ask the Chinese Empire. That's why Rodney and Rosalie and everybody else was like, I'll be your mouth on the and all that. It's like, no, I speak for myself, you know. So, so like, so like Ireland or my Irish people were starting to have problems from somewhere else or these other problems, the Black Plague onto this world, and that was Papa or somebody, and they were wrecking my Belfast. They were wrecking my LS and LC shipyard. They were stripping it down and trying to run off with it and stuff like that, or trying to like wreck my city basically. So the Irish, they finally got fed up with it and did something on their own, or basically, I mean, and then at some point in time they contacted me and I was like, well, yeah, take care of it. Like, yeah, they don't work for me. The black people were like a plague onto this world apparently. Like I said, the last time I talked to a black person or talked to basically someone like Papa, he was like, a plague unto the world. So, like I say, I mean, black people, you're just going to have to ask your own leaders. The black people had their own little council. And Papa, or the head council member, came to me saying that his black people were going to get a plague unto this world and be taking down civilization and graffitiing shit and all kinds of crap. And it's like, well, you're just going to be wrecking your houses. I mean, you live there and you're just going to be a plague onto your own little world, not necessarily my world. So, anyway, though, but yeah, I mean, because I had kicked Papa out of Warsaw, basically. I kicked a few people out of a couple cities. They were a problem. They were being a problem. The Irish came to me, said they were a problem. I said, okay, kick them out or put them in jail. So they did. So, I mean, I guess Papa or some black person finally found out about it, and it's like, or maybe tortured or asked the Irishmen or whatever, and it's like, well, we did it for Lucifer. Like Lucifer said, he said you were a pro. I mean, or they could do things on behalf if they wanted to like hide behind me. That was fine. I was like, go ahead and hide behind me if you want. If you just want to say I was my idea, my decision, that's fine. Like as long as you know why, then yeah. Like he was going down the street slapping girls and doing all kinds of stuff and doing a lot of bad stuff. So I mean, they kicked him out. They should have just locked him up, and I think eventually they did have to lock him up because he was, You know, he was trying to get black people to be a plague onto this world. and 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 I eventually told the Irish about it and started saying that, and they said, "Yeah, that's Papa." Yeah, he treated. Somebody told me he's like, yeah. He says that to everyone. You're not. That's nothing special to you. Don't worry. It's like, oh, okay, so all right. So but he was trying to get the black people to basically become a plague onto his world. So like I said, Bloods and Crips, basically your leader or whatever, you know, you're just, all he wanted you to be is a plague onto his world. So, you know, so basically he could go up to young girls and be like, if you want to get around, you got to go down on Mr. Brown. So, I mean, like that's what he was doing in Hollywood and these other places, basically. He was like, if you want to, you know, you have to. So that's what the black people were doing. You know, and then they were locking people up and putting them in chains and all kinds of crap. So, I mean, like to the Bloods and the Crips, I mean, it's like, dude, I'm sorry. For 50 years or 60 years, your top leaders were a plague unto the world. I mean, that's why you did so badly. That's why you guys were all, you know, giving him money and giving money to him, thinking that he was taking you places, and he was just trying to be a plague onto this world and get gold on his fingers and buy cars. That's all he was doing with the money. And the Irish tried to tell the black people, but the black people were going, how can you trust a white man? You can't trust a white man. It's you know, it's like, I mean, hey, it's not my fault. I had nothing to do with it. I didn't even know about it until later on. And it's like, well, anyway, whatever. You know, trying to say white rules and rule. The white man don't think nothing for the black man. Like, what are you talking about? They're equal and opportunity rules. I wasn't putting people in chains. That was the black people. So, you know, so on the one, you know, the back side of the hand doesn't know what the front side of the hand's doing. You know, and black people are like that. That's the way your leaders were. So if you want to know why you were doing so bad in the 1940s, 1950s, 1960s, you just got to look in the mirror. You know, it was your top leaders. So anyway, so eventually, finally, I guess he dies or gets old. Or maybe it just, the truth comes out about who he is. Maybe he was dancing in front of those bombs. You started to realize that maybe he was psycho. Anyway, I don't know. Like I said, I heard some conversations about the Bloods leader or whatever. It was like, it's Papa, he's crazy. But they were going along with it. So, I mean, like I say, I don't know. You know, trying to nuke or carpet bomb cities. So, I mean, it's like, I don't really know. I talked to the Bloods and the Crips leaders and Papa. And originally you were Crops and something or other. So you be coming to me saying I'm full, but it's like, no, I had nothing to do with it. You can go talk to Mr. Brown, Mr. Black, you know, and Papa. Those were your black leaders because they wouldn't trust a white leader. How can you trust a white leader? So, you know, what do you want me to do about it? I wasn't the one going around to all the black meetings and holding black meetings and all that other stuff. I wasn't there. I wasn't the one saying that you can't trust a white leader. My name's Lucifer Star. White Star Lines. Equal opportunity employment. Even affirmative action. Or we tried to include you anyway. My mistake. I didn't realize the black people were a plague unto this world. So Bloods and Crips, it's not my fault you had fucked up leadership. And I have 25 or 10 other civilizations, exoskeletons, 1.5s, and epic civilizations underneath my belt. So if there's a problem, it's not because of me. Like I tried to tell other people, I was like, this does not reflect badly on me. My involvement with Earth was very minimal. White Star Lines, a couple things. This action does not, your actions do not reflect badly on me because I am the great Lucifer White Star. You know, so if your civilization didn't work out right, if it didn't become more, then it's because of your own leaderships, your own leaders. You know, I have 100 or 400 whole planets and civilizations which were epic underneath me. So that's why I was like, I'm the great Lucifer Star. You know, and you can call me crazy, you can get a whole bunch of quack doctors or a whole bunch of scientists, blah, 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 all you want. I don't care. I'm sitting on the end of 900 trillion years or 90 trillion years. So it's like, whatever. You know, this is on you. So anyway, and it does not reflect badly on the Irish, nor the British, nor a lot of the people. Not even some of the Americans. Like most of the Americans, they can have an epic civilization. They're having an epic civilization. You know, and the Chinese, they're gonna have they already had or have an epic civilization of their own. So as far as the black people are concerned, and certain members of America, the only reason why you didn't go to space and stuff is because of people like Mr. Brown, Mr. Black, and also like JFK. That's why your civilization isn't epic and existential. Bad leadership. So, you know, like I told them, I was like, this is not going to reflect badly on me. Everyone knew who I was. LSF-A colony ship, existential existence, 1.5 exoskeletons, all epic civilizations. You know, I was just on vacation here, relaxing, chillaxing. You know, and so all these truths are going to come out and are going to be known about, and also, you know, all the stuff Rodney and everything else. And it's like, you know, you are not my mouth, you are not my voice, you are not an extension of me, unless I say you are, and I actually talk to you myself. So the Irish people were you know, certain people would also have benefit from my 1.5s and my exoskeletons too as well. They would help certain people. You know, because, you know, they're my people. So, and it's all of us together. Exoskeletons 1.5s, you know, we all group together. You know, like they say, like, Rick Bush would be like, well, you know, the right hand's got to wash the left hand. And so it's like, what the fuck? Like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to help you out so you can maybe help me out. Like, it doesn't work like that. You work for me first and then good things become. You know, so whatever. You know, so just a bunch of fucking idiots, basically.